I'm going to show you how to grow your business using AI and automation. So, whether you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur looking to scale, these strategies will help you save time, reduce costs, and boost efficiency. So, AI and automation are really transforming the way businesses operate, allowing us to streamline processes, enhance customer experiences, and focus on what truly matters by automating repetitive processes, ultimately allowing you to grow your business. A lot of these systems I'm going to show you are specific systems that I've actually implemented into businesses as a consultant or have used for myself. So there's some of the more prevalent and more important use cases that can be applied to more than just one industry. And if you're looking for help implementing some of these systems, I'm actually offering a free audit call where we'll go over specific solutions for your business to help you save time and scale your business. And you can find a link down below for that. Also, I created a free Facebook community where you could find some more helpful resources that I don't post on my YouTube. And also, a link is down below in the description for that too. So, let's go ahead and get into how you can actually start growing your business with AI and automation. So, first off, some of the common problems with scaling a business can be consisted of limited resources, inefficient processes, and intense competition. So maybe you have limited resources where you're having time constraints. So a lot of small businesses, they are struggling with limited time just to focus on strategic growth due to operational tasks or repetitive tasks. Another one is capital shortages. So if you simply just don't have enough money, you lack some sufficient funds, just restricts you from investing into new technologies and expansion opportunities. And that's the great thing with AI and automation is that it's relatively cheap. Next up is some staffing issues. So insufficient workforce to handle all business functions efficiently just leads to overburdened employees or just not even having enough employees at all. And this is something that AI and automation fixes. So next up, let's go ahead and get into the inefficient processes. So inefficiencies cost businesses anywhere from 20 to 30% of annual revenue. So streamlining these operations really is crucial nowadays. Another thing is manual tasks. So as you've heard, one of the biggest things about AI and automation is just handling some of these repetitive, mundane tasks, just freeing your employees of doing higher value tasks. So next up, let's get into some of the intense competition. So you might be experiencing this yourself, or maybe one of the former issues that I just laid out. But a lot of times it's hard to scale because of market saturation. So 50% of new businesses actually fail within 5 years due to this intense competition. Or maybe you're having problems with technological adoption. So businesses using AI are projected to be 10 times more productive and hold twice the market share by 2025. So let's go ahead and actually get into how you can start using AI and automations with some of these specific use cases. So first up, it's auditing your business. So identify the growth constraints and bottlenecks by conducting a thorough audit of your business processes. So you should be looking at all the current business processes to identify any inefficiencies and areas where automation can be implemented. So, for example, as an AI automation consultant, what I do specifically is I go through a specific audit process of your business. So this is my Calendly link right here, but it's just a short description. So what I do is I basically understand everything about your business. I go over some important operational tasks that you guys can go through or maybe going through. So maybe we look at your sales process or your lead scoring, onboarding, whatever it may be, just to find those bottlenecks and growth constraints within your business. And then from there, we can actually implement some solutions. So if you're not doing this within your business, I highly recommend it because you really need to understand what's limiting your growth, as I'm pretty sure that you guys do know this already. But next up for number two is AI voice calling systems. So platforms like SynthFlow can handle inbound calls, answer questions, and perform outreach to leads, just eliminating the need for a dedicated receptionist or sales team. So this can help save on labor costs, ensures prompt and consistent lead contact, and it frees up your team to focus on higher value tasks. So I actually posted a few videos on these AI voice calling systems. So you can go ahead and check that out. I put that up on the screen. And here's just some of the platforms that you can use is Vappy and SynthFlow. So basically just allows you to set up departments that literally answer calls for you. So basically someone's going to be talking to an AI. If they don't want to talk to an AI, maybe because they're frustrated and just don't want to be dealing with robots, they want to deal with actual human contact. So you can set up a directories to actually just transfer that number to a real person. But this is super important. I've installed it for a business before, but basically this just does handling sales calls, so it can call your leads for you, and it can also handle inbound calls. So as I wrote out, it's just acting as a receptionist and just answering any questions like FAQs or anything like that. So this is a pretty simple one, and it definitely can help because you don't have to spend all this money on an actual sales team. But let's move on to the next one, number 3, which is AI content creation system. So you can use tools like Make.com, ChatGPT, maybe Zapier, and Canva to generate and schedule hundreds of short form content pieces, just boosting brand awareness and lead generation. So you have to understand by now that content is king, and it's really how you can scale your business by just increasing your brand awareness and getting your product actually out there. So this just helps, enhance your online presence, increases brand engagement, and attracts more leads, just driving business growth. So let me to the last one. I also created some videos that I'll put on the screen, but basically I just created some automations that show you how you can exactly do this step by step. So we'll get into that video a little bit more specifically. So essentially I'm using make.com to streamline this process. And what I'm doing is prior to this little automation that I set up where it's just a repeater going into a Dropbox and downloading that file that I have in Dropbox, and then it's uploading that YouTube short automatically for me. But what you're not seeing behind the scenes is I basically made on Canva. You can check out the video for that. Is basically I'm just creating thousands of shorts, and then I'm putting all this into my Dropbox. And once I put those in my Dropbox, I have this scheduled, and it's running Monday through Friday at a specific time. So this basically just helps me automate my content creation process. So I don't even have to worry about some of the things. So if I wanted to post on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, I can do that without doing any work at all, just using these automations. So that handles it for number 3. Let's go ahead and move down to number 4, which is CRMs essentially. So let's go ahead and look at the description. So you can integrate AI-powered CRM systems like Airtable, which is kind of just like Google Sheets on steroids, or maybe HubSpot, and there's plenty other CRMs to name. But for sake of this video, just those two. But you can analyze customer data, predict customer behavior, and automate routine CRM tasks. So you can see how this can be super valuable by enhancing customer retention and satisfaction. It improves sales forecasting and strategy, and streamlines CRM operations. So let me go ahead and explain what I'm talking about. So this little automation right here. So I have a lead magnet, and essentially when somebody fills out my form, a tally form, it's then inputting all that information into my Airtable, my CRM. So any information that they may have given me, like their budget or specific pain points that are, customly tailored towards their business, I'm getting all that information and I'm putting all that directly into my CRM. And then I'm having ChatGPT, which I trained on and gave it very specific prompt and a knowledge base to essentially help me write a guide to help these businesses. So that's where these little modules come in. So I'm using ChatGPT, and then I am giving that to document. So it's essentially like Google Docs, but I created a custom template that I want all that information to input all those variables, such as the pain points and solutions to those pain points into this specific document. And then I'm just getting that file and uploading it to Google Drive, and then I'm sending off that email. So a specific email that I wrote out, also attaching the PDF of the guide. So that's an example of this. And here's a Airtable, basically a CRM that you can just create custom interfaces for as well. So this is something that I built out. So you're just saying total orders for this month, percentages grown since last month, and then just some pie charts and everything, and monthly trend of total orders from last month. So this kind of just gives you some insights on your data. So that's one of the use cases that you can use a AI-powered CRM for. And I highly recommend using Airtable for this, but feel free to use whatever you would like. And let's go ahead and move on to number 5, which is automated invoicing and payment processing. So if you're having trouble, manually doing all your invoices, and it's just a time-consuming process that you just don't want to deal with anymore, and you feel like it should be handed off, well, it can be, and you don't have to hire another employee, another intern or assistant for this. So you can use platforms like I've shown you earlier, make.com, and you can also use Zapier. So those are both low code and no code tools that you can use to streamline your tasks. So you can use these to automate invoicing. And how this helps, obviously, it just reduces the time you have to spend on manual invoicing, and it ensures timely payments, improves cash flow, and ultimately it minimizes errors. So you don't have to worry about accidentally punching in something wrong, and just ultimately saving you some time. So let's get into something that I built out for a client. So this is actually for a pharmaceutical company. And basically we're having a type form watch responses. So it's similar to Tally. It's just a form submission tool. And basically whenever a potential client would fill out this form, so they're basically answering any questions like um, mainly health issues and stuff like that to see if they qualify for their specific drug. And if they do qualify, then it'll automatically send them to a Stripe payment. And once that payment is actually made, it's then sending them a Calendly link. So this Calendly link is just basically an appointment with a doctor. So once you're being prescribed that drug, you want to get an appointment with a doctor. This automatically creates a appointment. Then it sends off that appointment link and inputs their information into a CRM. So it gives them their name and all of their specific information, their height, really what was necessary for the doctors that they needed. And then this is just sending an email and seeing if they paid or not. So if they paid, then it'll send a very particular email to them. And if they didn't pay, it'll just remind them to send payment if they want to actually follow through and book an appointment with a doctor. And it's just updating the CRM. So this will say that they paid, and this down here will say that they didn't pay. And that's essentially that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. So that one is pretty straightforward. This next one, it's pretty prevalent nowadays, and I'm sure you've heard of it, which is AI chatbots. And you might feel indifferent about them, but they are super powerful, depending how you use them, of course. So, brief description if you aren't aware of what they are. So, you can implement AI chatbots using platforms like Intercom, Drift, Dialogflow, VoiceFlow. There's so many different platforms nowadays. So this just handles customer inquiries, provides instant support, so being around the clock 24/7, and can assist with tasks such as booking appointments or answering FAQs. So I kind of already explained how it helps, but essentially this is just enhancing customer service by just providing 24/7 support, just addressing these inquiries promptly. So you're not letting any leads fall through the cracks by not getting back to them instantly or anything like that. So, as I just mentioned, it reduces the response time, so it can handle multiple queries simultaneously. So you don't have to hire a bunch of different employees because you guys are getting an influx of support questions and stuff like that, which ultimately can improve satisfaction, as you can imagine. Next is it increases efficiency. It improves your lead generation by engaging these visitors by qualifying the leads and directs them to sales channels. So it puts them through your funnel. It's answering other questions. So it's nurturing them. And this is also a very cost effective option. So these can only run you about a few $1,000s depending how complex of a chatbot it is and how often it's going to be used. So you can put this on your website. You can put this on Instagram. Really most places or most platforms you can input this on. So like I mentioned, it's very cost effective. So this just lowers your operational cost by reducing the need for a large customer service team. So here's just a brief example. So as you can see, someone is saying, hi Georgie, your online check-in is confirmed. Here's your boarding pass. And this just replies and gives some more information. But that's just a very brief demo of the chatbot. And I've actually created other videos before. But if you'd like to check out more, just feel free to check out my channel, or I could put that up on the screen. And if you're interested in learning more, then just let me know down in the comments, and I can create some more videos for you guys, which is more in depth, maybe a voice flow tutorial. But let's go ahead and move on to number 7, which is AI-powered market research. So some description real quick is you can just implement AI tools like Perplexity, which is a similar LLM to ChatGPT. LLM just standing for large language model, so basically just AI. But yeah, you can use Perplexity with Make.com or Zapier. Both go hand in hand. I like to use Make.com a little bit better. But you can use this to automate market research, competitor analysis, and trend monitoring. Sorry. But how this helps is number one is competitive advantages. So this keeps you informed about market trends and competitor strategies. Number two is informed decision making. So you can have this provide you data driven insights to refine marketing and business strategies. And lastly, number three is time saving. Just like everything else, this is saving you time by automating the data collection and analysis, just freeing up time for strategic planning. So I'll get into something that I built out. Basically, I'm having Perplexity make a completion, and I'm just having it do some research for me. And then with these results, I'm giving it to AI or ChatGPT more specifically. and then I'm having it send out emails. I'm giving it, having it send me a message on Slack. So the Slack message is basically just notifying me of these market trends or really whatever I'm asking of it. Then I'm also having it create a user text post, so just automatically posting something on my LinkedIn and also posting on Twitter, also known as X, and just creating a article using Google Docs as I showed earlier. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is automated onboarding. So this involves using Slack. So basically, whenever a business is wanting to automate their process, what I would do is, so whenever they get a new client to onboard, their onboarding form is submitted. I have them automatically, or I have the system automatically schedule a call. And I also, once this call is had, I have this system automatically record the calls and post it in a Slack channel, just giving a summary of the message. So I didn't actually list out a specific picture or anything like that, but I'd imagine a lot of you guys may be using Slack. So this is just automating some of the Slack messages that you're getting, and not having to worry about looking at your onboarding forms and worrying about if they got sent this or got sent some other information. So this just automates the entire process, and it can be more in depth, but this is just a very brief synopsis. So let's go ahead and move on to number 9, and this is automated document handling and management. So you can use tools like DocuSign, Google Docs, Make.com, just to automate the creation, customization, and distribution of documents. So this is necessary. So the necessary information is submitted via forms or integrations, triggering the automation to generate a custom document with the submitted data. I'll get into more of this specifically and show you how it works, but this is then emailed to the client and necessary parties. So how does this help? One, it increases efficiency. So it automates repetitive document creation tasks, just saving time and reducing manual effort. So just getting rid of some of your repetitive, tedious processes. Reduces errors because humans aren't actually doing the work, and we're having AI and automations just do all this for us, just automating the data entry and everything. And it improves client experience. So it speeds up the document handling process. It's providing clients with faster and more accurate services. And it ensures consistency and enhances collaboration, because when you're automatically sending these documents to the relevant parties, you're streamlining the communication and approval process. So I want to show you quickly what something like this looks like. So this is basically a system that I built for a law firm. So as you can see, one of the first processes that they're doing is submitting this onboarding or this form. So what it looks like is they're getting all these case updates sent to them all the time, basically daily. Just it's letters from the court letting them know when a specific court date is for a client, or maybe a trial hearing, whatever date. So basically, you'll just input their client name, or the client inputs all this, and it's one of the only tests that they have to do, besides reviewing it, of course. But you're entering the location and the reason for the hearing. So bail hearing, trial, and this goes a little bit further, but this is just kind of the brief picture of the form. And then it's automatically creating this form once this is actually submitted. So it's creating so it automatically creates a title and everything. So this is just a pre-made template that I made, and these are all just variables that I'm inserting from the former form. So it just inputs the date of the hearing, or some other information like the emails, the location, and all of that. So as you can see, it's pretty in depth. And then what this does next is it gets sent into an email. So what I do next is I actually create a draft email through make.com. So it's just automating this process, so they don't have to create the email, take the form, and put it in there and manually send it off. So this does it all automatically for them. So the next part that they have to do, and one of two of the only things that they actually have to do, is just reviewing the email. So going ahead into the next one, which is number 10 and the last one, this is the automatic email responder. So brief description is you can use AI tools like Make.com and Zapier with ChatGPT to just set up automatic email responders. So these systems can send predefined email responses to customer inquiries, follow-ups, and other interactions based on triggers, such as email receipts, form submissions, or specific keywords. So how this helps: obviously, it improves the response time because it's using AI and these Make.com automations to automatically send these responses. You could also include a process where you want to review it first. So you can have it send you a Slack message and say, hey, this email is ready to send. Does it look good? And you can confirm yes or no. If it's no, then you can review it and give it the exact things that you would like to touch up, and then it'll send it out. But this just maintains engagement, it saves time, personalizes communication, and increases efficiency, of course. So let's look at this other make.com automation. So as you can see, we're starting off with Outlook, and we're using a text parser to, just parse out some of the information. And then we're giving it to ChatGPT, and it's determining which folder it should be going into. So this was for project management team, I believe. And basically it's deciding if this email was for, something like clients, if it was something dealing pricing or budget, or maybe internally. And it's then going into all these different folders. And then once it's in those folders, it uses ChatGPT to respond particularly to those emails that it's gotten. And then it's just basically sending a Slack message, alerting the employee or any relevant party, whoever needs to be notified of this email and that it's created, and just gives them a brief summary so you can look over it. And you just confirm yes or no, as I mentioned earlier. You confirm yes or no if it looks good or not, and then it automatically sends out that email if you say yes. And that's basically the gist of everything. So that's basically it. And I want to thank you for joining me today to explore how AI and automation can help grow your business. So I really wanted to put this together because I've had a lot of small businesses reach out to me who have no idea about the potential when it comes to AI and automation and just don't know where to start. So I thought that this can help simplify that and give you an idea of what's actually possible. By leveraging these tools, you can save time, reduce costs, enhance efficiency, just allowing you to focus on strategic growth and, just putting your efforts towards actually scaling your business. So start with auditing your business to identify these key areas for improvement, identify, the growth constraints, and then from there you can implement the solutions I've discussed. Or if you have some ideas on your own, then feel free to start working on those. But if you need help implementing these solutions, consider my free AI audit service because it's a completely free call. It's designed to identify growth constraints and provide customized recommendations for your business, and my team and I will also implement them. But if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, because I'll be posting more tips on scaling your business with AI and automation. So feel free to leave any questions or comments below, and I'll be happy to respond. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.